Having sex is like going to the gym. You don't want to go, but then you turn up and you're like, this is actually quite good. After having babies and being really stressed, Rory did come to me and say, hey, we're not physical enough together. Yeah. He was talking more about intimacy. We weren't having sex all the time, that we would book it in. You guys run on a 24-hour hormone cycle and I'm on a 28-day hormone cycle.
Not my fault.
There's times of the month that I just think I would rather just eat some glass.
We never threaten each other with like leaving each other or divorce.
I'm with the perfect person because I would have like divorced at least 10 men by now because I am insufferable.
She cuts all the crap and gets me. So like my success has been because of Roxy. Could I have done it myself? I would probably say yes, but it definitely would have been 10 times harder.
Hi guys, in this episode we talk about the challenges that couples face when they're running a business side by side while being married. Rory and Roxy show how trust, communication and having a shared purpose keeps their partnership strong. From the daily routines to deeper lessons, this episode reveals how couples can thrive together without losing love or losing themselves along the way. I hope you enjoy it. Great, lovely to see you again.
Nice to see you, James.
How you doing?
Thanks for having us.
Mate. Good.
Welcome back. So far in the series, you've really given us a fabulous insight into what it's like to be a power couple like you are. We're very inspired by how well over the last decade plus a few years, you've not only built a fantastic business, but you've also very clever at sort of having your different investment buckets, which relieves pressure from the relationship. You've been through hard times and you've got over them, and you've navigated all that stuff whilst raising two beautiful children. And so I really want to sort of get into a little bit more detail about that. Like, how do you separate husband and wife thing, being co-founders of Prosper? How do you sort of navigate through that? And does one relationship sort of influence the other for better or for worse? Or how does that all kind of work?
Right.
Yeah, one does influence the other for sure. And I think that being that we're in our 11th year now, we've found a way that works for us. In the first 7 years, we had a lot of like feed off from our business into our personal relationship. But then after becoming parents and adding that extra pressure in, we pretty much don't talk about work at home unless it's really urgent or something that's bothering me and like bleeding into my personal life.
You don't talk about work at home?
Not really, no.
Because you've got your office.
We've got our office.
And that kills love talk,
exactly.
doesn't it,
and to be honest, some nights when we have a lot of settlements happening or Rory's got a big project or a big complex file, we will sit side by side on the couch and work until 10 o'clock at night, and it's really unhealthy. We're not perfect. But most of the time, we both find our business very boring at home. We don't want to talk about it. We've got better things to talk about. Our children, our weekends.
So many couples struggle with that. That's such good advice.
It's a big one. And
did you have to progress to that, or was that an instant thing?
Well, I think realistically, as we became more successful and the money flowed, the pressure eased, and then, we just had more freedom and more time to just be ourselves and be a couple as opposed to having to hustle. So I think with time and with success, we've become less about the business and more about us. Also, you just get tired as you get older, and we're just like not that interested.
That's not true.
Yeah, well, I am. I'm just not that interested. Like Rory will sometimes bring me ideas at 6 o'clock and I think, no, not today, mate.
For me, I think I've created a lot of that change, especially in the last year to 2 years. Again, coming back to like just knowing what to do when, and when you get home, and even though we work together, a lot of the time we don't spend every minute today like together.
Yeah, Rory's
you mentioned in another episode understanding each other's love language. That's quite important, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a big thing. So like when I get home, your kids are like, my kids like meet me at the gate. They love me and they jumping all over me, and that's like in itself, if you've come from a hectic day, that's why I kind of stop off and have that little break, because it's a lot
ready to go with
it's
the
a
door
lot
opens.
to deal with. Like it's, if your nervous system's already on like fight mode because you've had a hectic day and then your kids come, it's like to turn that off instantly. Our bodies aren't made for that. You need to decalibrate. So coming home and then, you know, having the kids and then not walking in straight away. Like Rox said, like we smile at each other and we don't talk for the first 10 minutes about like everything that's happening. We just be with each other. Like, what can I help you with? What's
What are we having
happening?
for
You
dinner?
know, what's for dinner? I'll turn the barbecue on. You know, we have steak a lot of the time.
Whereas
So
some
just-
families, you see him sitting there at the
They
table
have a
with the
fight
phones
before you even
and-
get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Often Rory will say as well, what's the plan? Should we do dinner and then we'll get the kids in the bath and then like 7:30 bedtime for them? And then we've just made like a little tiny goal sheet for the
Yeah.
night. And then he and I are like working towards getting them in bed because them in
Not that we
bed.
want to get rid of them, but it's just
Well,
like we want to have our own time.
Yeah, and
you
also
know?
like
And if you're in bed early, how do you? And you know, you're up and out.
Well, that's
in the
it,
morning.
yeah.
So is there sort of a night of the week that might be, you know, action might happen more than perhaps so? Because you know, you sound like you guys have a really busy life. You know, it's hard to navigate that.
like
isn't it?
to be honest,
every night's for
Rory-
me is
Yeah, I know
it's a
it's
go
for you.
night.
He wants to
we're
spoon you
like
every night.
I think that if we weren't having sex all the time, that we would book it in, but we are. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just because he's a pest that we are.
Yeah.
And like also having sex is like going to the gym. You don't want to go, but then you turn up and you're like, this is actually quite good.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I think we haven't had a situation yet where, actually after having babies and being really stressed,
Yeah, that was.
Rory did come to me and say like, hey, we're not physical enough together.
Yeah.
And he was
But you
talking more
understand
about
too, 'cause they're
intimacy, like
kids, yeah.
spending time together.
Yeah.
And then once we did the spending time together part, everything else just flows. But
So that was communication.
that
to
was
start
communication. Him telling me that we're not intimate enough. I was offended. I was like, are you kidding? I just had a baby. Like I don't, but he wasn't talking about sex. He was talking about intimacy.
with. Yeah.
But then,
And then the
the
other
two
flows.
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Currently, and it would be lying to say that our sex life is perfect. He would like more.
I think marriage is probably like this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think every man would like more. Again, you guys run on a 24-hour hormone cycle, and I'm on a 28-day hormone
Not
cycle.
my fault.
There's
Not our
times of the
fault.
month
No.
that I just think I would rather just eat some glass.
Yeah.
But as well,
some glass.
eat some glass, James. And then there's times where I'm just like really into it. And we've just come to an agreement where it's a really important part of life for Rory. He's expressed that to me over the last 15 years of being together. And a really
It's
important
part of the deal when
It
we
is
got
part
together.
of
I
the
was like,
deal.
I'm highly
and
sex
a part of the
driven,
deal is that I need to go to bed at 9:30. And he
Yeah.
Yes.
and
It's
also
compromise.
Yeah.
I'm also like sadly a little bit of an anxious person, and he's just like fully on board with me being a little bit pathetic sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I'll just sit on his lap and have a big old cry about nothing, and he's fully there for me in that sense. So I can't be like, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that, but I'm not going to give you anything in return.
Yeah.
And then also sometimes I'll say to him like, hey mate, I've had enough at the
Yeah.
moment. I've got too much on my plate. I'll probably start crying. And then
Yeah.
he's like, all right, she's not.
And then you
like,
give her a little neck massage and make her laugh. And
pretty
Nice.
much. And then
Think
There's a lot of
Yeah.
spontaneity amongst your sort of busy world.
I think like it's really understanding your partner too. Like some people, and I've been part of this, and again, I think age is a bit of it as well. It's like, you know, learning what works. Like if your wife is stressed out and like kids are not, I don't want to say they're bad, but like they're hard. It's a
Yeah.
big, difficult
They're affection
thing.
killers.
Well, the kids are dealing
They're
with
always
their
there.
own emotions, you know. Like our daughter sometimes is just really upset for no. She'll wake up just like with the worst mood, and then that affects Roxy. And then like my son Sterling, he might just be like really annoying. And normally he's really annoying when my daughter's really upset, and then they fight. And then like it's like trying to pick like. Don't be silly and like picking that every moment's the right time. Like we're always ready. I'm pretty sure men
Yeah.
are pretty much always ready.
Do you know what? It's interesting you say that. 'Cause
Yeah.
Obviously, we talk to thousands of men
Yeah.
about this kind of stuff, and you know, some guys do struggle with dysfunction. You know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
whether it's a physical challenge or a psychological, because perhaps they've lost that regularity or something like that. So when they go on a treatment plan, which is normally a 6 or a 12-month thing. Everyone's sort of customized with their own formula, determined with their body weight, their medical history, and all that kind. But then what it does for them is it gives them that the ability to
Yeah.
have spontaneity, which
Excellent.
I think is
Right.
because sometimes the plan thing can be, you know, it's a little bit clinical, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
not fun
And
and
it
not
doesn't-
romantic.
For
Yeah.
me, that doesn't like if Roxy's like, okay, like It's like, no,
8:05 tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't as a man, it's a bit of a sport, I think,
Spontaneity is great.
Yeah. You got to.
And it doesn't always have to be perfect and spontaneous and
we
romantic.
Laugh sometimes. It's hilarious.
Yeah, like sometimes it's just a thing that we do and it doesn't take forever. And sometimes it's more of a connection thing. And it's not always the same. It doesn't always have to be perfect. We've been together for 15 years. We're not like staying awake for 3 hours and staring into each other's eyes.
Like when you met.
Exactly.
But also we're not ignoring that.
Do,
we're not ignoring
you
that. You would. Let's go away and just be naked for 2 days. We're not ignoring that that's a need. So having a
But
really
is it important to have a weekend like that occasionally, would you say, for a marriage?
Yeah, recently we went away to Melbourne with some friends actually, and just like the physical touch that we had between us, just holding hands and being together at the airport, it was just so nice.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah. But then don't go and put so much pressure on yourself that it's going to be romantic and it's going to be perfect. Like that weekend really just happened.
Tip. Yeah.
And it was lovely and we enjoyed it so much. But if you're in a time where you're raising young kids and you've got financial pressure, maybe going on a 24-hour date isn't for you. So just like pick your time.
And sometimes too, like the anxiety and the pressure around it all, sometimes it's better to just get it done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like instead of having this thing where you got to have the meal and like there's all these like compromises to having it. It's like,
don't create too much of the
go into the shower and quickly do it.
Yeah, just like
take away some of that pressure.
That's it. Yeah, and then it's gone. Then you can enjoy yourself, and then who knows, it might happen again because you're both like not anxious about it.
Exactly. Just let it flow. So through your business career, your marriage, everything, was there a time, or was it from the get-go when you suddenly it really landed where you thought, we're a really good couple in this business? You're powering through it together. You really complement each other, and you don't step on each other's toes. You know exactly what you was that a reality from the start, or was that something that you had to progress to?
Jesus Christ! Like the first 7 years, I was like, I'm out of here.
The first 5 years. After that, it got better. But
recently, Rory has just really grown as a person. Yeah. He is doing things in business that I am so proud of.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I often will, like I am here today, be supporting him. So it's Rory doing Rory's thing and me supporting Rory. And I am so protective and loyal and proud of him now because I'm in a role where I can go home and look after the kids and whatever. So over the last 3 years, we've leaned on each other more than ever. He gets me to check all of his contracts and legals and everything, and we do everything together. So yes, the last 3 years, we've really realized how powerful we are together as a family and a family-run business, because I can trust him for anything and he can trust me for anything, and we can't say that about many people.
No,
if you can't trust your own wife and be in that, like, then who can you trust? Yeah.
And from what you've said, as of course you adore the children, but you are a power couple together, and then there's the kids. So it's, look after number one to start with so that you're able to give love.
And that's for both of us. She looks after herself and I look after myself.
Yeah.
But
then you're the team,
and then
look after yourself, and then it's not
us next.
The kids dividing you. It's you're a team together, two of you.
Yeah. And we love the kids, but I had someone ask me yesterday actually, like he and his wife, when she had babies, she like kind of transferred her love from her husband to her kids, and that's quite common. Whereas I don't know how we've done it, but we still probably put each other as number one before our kids because they're going to leave, and also like they're just kids. Like they are great.
We chose to be together, and that's a big thing. And like there is times where especially for women, they do tend to go lean towards the kids. Rox has done it like very slightly.
I do have a preference for Saxon.
We do.
We love her.
But at the same time, Sterling's like
Sterling's cute, but like I'm a little bit obsessed with Saxon. She just smells so good.
But yeah, definitely having that. Our relationship is most important, and then because like you don't want to live one of those. I know it happens, but the separation thing, it normally happens because you separate before mentally anyway. Like you all have people have these preconceived ideas of what a partner should be, but it's not the person that they've married.
It's right. It's an ongoing
it's like a stereotype, stereotypical.
Sometimes you have to work on yourself.
Correct.
To fix,
yes.
Yeah. Or you just got a repetitive pattern type thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for our patients out there and our audience out there, like single guys, perhaps that aren't married, that are in a relationship and what have you. You said you talk to a lot of couples about finances and probably, separate people, couples separating as well.
Yeah.
What would be your view on prenuptial agreements, for example? Good idea, bad idea?
Well, I think as far as I'm aware, they don't really stand up in Australia, but I'm 100% for them.
Unless you've got lots of money. Yeah.
What, a bloodline trust would be better?
Yeah. I'm not going to give financial advice, but I would say like picking your partner is the one. And I think there's so many really successful people that have said this. If your partner's not on there with your journey, like Rox was always there to support me. I would love, like Roxy's really good at singing. I would have loved if she became a famous singer and then I would have supported her. I definitely would rather just sit back and like help her with her singing career. But at the same time, like Rox has always had my back. Like, so making sure you pick a partner that has your back is really important. Like so many people, we've had so many great friends and they're great people by themselves, but together they just never mash properly. Like Rox and I are yin and yang. We're not the same at all, but we agree on the same things. And like where she has some shortcomings, I definitely overcompensate and vice versa, right? Like Rox, I'm start 100 ideas and, really bad at executing. Roxy's like 100% execution and not really good. Well, not but she'll help good at funnel ideas,
down to the good ideas, and
she cuts all the crap and gets me. So like my success has been because of Roxy. Like, could I have done it myself? I would probably say yes, but it definitely would have been 10 times harder. And I'm so lucky. I would have had to find someone like Roxy to help me, and I just couldn't do it without her. Like, definitely. The backbone to my success.
So finding the right partner, I mean, you've done amazingly well together. But from what I'm getting from that is it's not all sort of, roses to start with. It might be you need to work yourself, do a bit of fixing, understanding what you might be doing
And if
wrong.
you're coming into your second or third marriage, back to the question about the prenup, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, if you've got wealth and you've got assets and you're going into a new marriage, like it's just like a new business. You don't really know how it's going to end up. So if you can protect yourself, then great. And hopefully your partner can understand that. And if they can't, then
perhaps they're not the
potentially,
right partner.
And you can grow new wealth with that partner that goes into the kiddie and the pool if you were to separate.
Exactly.
But why should you share the first 30 years of your life? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my stand on it. But also I would consider myself a very modern woman. So
definitely.
Interesting. Okay. What's your philosophy on being in love? What do you think the definition of love is? And obviously it's about being in love, and you can love somebody but not be in love with them, can't you? So how do you keep all that real? How do you keep all that tight in a relationship when you work together?
Geez, I've never thought about the definition of love before.
Very Dutch of you.
Yeah. I feel like love, like what I thought love was those butterflies and that obsessive feeling and that like crazy need to be around someone and looking at your phone whether they've texted you, which I've now discovered is lust, and like just those first instances where like a deep love, like the love that I think I have with Rory, it's like, and with my children as well, it's like it becomes a protective thing. It becomes a safety blanket. It becomes like nothing else in the world matters other than that little tight unit that you've made together, and that every single win and every single failure is shared with that person, and they're the only person that I want to share with. Like if I'm really upset, I don't call anyone. I just call Rory because he's the person that I know is going to support me the best. So love for me is like a true family. So when I married Rory, he kind of replaced my mum and my dad and everyone else, and it's now just him and my kids.
I think, for me, it's kind of the similar thing. Like I still kind of have that lust feel for Rox. I know she does too, but she just doesn't say it.
I like seeing you in the supermarket when
she smiles. If I walk in the room, like she smiles and she gets excited, especially if I catch her off guard. Like, again, I'll like go find her in the shopping center and she'll smile when she sees me. So I think there's that connection. It's still there. But I think like,
you want to keep the sparks active, don't you? So it's all about strategies.
It is.
And also like looking good. Like, I haven't let myself go. I'm 40 years old. I take care
Your
of
mum
myself.
did have to say, like, put some makeup
My
on.
mum
love.
did tell me recently. She was like, Roxy, you've got very dark under eyes. I was like, bitch, go away.
It is hard. It is hard.
But yeah, we look after ourselves so that the other person.
But furthermore to what Rox was saying, the commitment, like so many times, like you can have, like not everything's perfect. No, nothing ever is going to be perfect. There's good sunny days, there's crappy rainy days. Same with relationships, but just knowing when your partner's going through something to just be there for them. And it's not always like, don't always think about yourself, think about them, like how they're feeling and what they're doing, and just like being there for them in that moment. And yeah, just like, and that might be 3 months, it might be 6 months sometimes. Like sometimes big things happen in people's lives that can't be fixed immediately. So just being there. One thing that I've always been, and I think Rox agrees, is like we never threaten each other with like leaving each other
Yeah,
or
I was
divorce.
just about to say that.
That is as soon as you entertain that idea or you say those words, your brain is like, okay, well,
You get what you focus on.
if that's going to happen, then you start thinking about like, who's that other person who like, so yeah, we just don't do that. And it's like, okay, you just know that you're having a rough time or your partner's having a rough time, and focus on you, not focus. Yeah. Like remove your energy to your kids for a bit, to yourself, and then be supportive of your wife, but just know that you might not get back what you want or need for a time. You know, like we've been together for 15 years. So to know like
such good advice.
Yeah, where you are and where you're going to be. Like if you're going to be with her, like I'm going to be with Roxy forever, and ever's a long time. So, you know, what's 6 months of like letting her sort out her own things?
That's
like,
a lovely way to look
yeah,
at it.
it is definitely. Yeah.
Do you ever go to bed on an argument?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
would like not to. He tries to come in.
She's like, yeah.
I'm actually quite
I
a
just have to be
fiery
at peace,
person.
yeah.
Like I could hold a grudge till I die.
I'm a
Till
bit
I
like
die.
that.
But he's a Libra, so he's like always trying
I
to
just make her laugh, and then
like I'm
she's
with the
good.
perfect person because I would have like divorced at least 10 men by now because I am
They would have
like
divorced you.
insufferable. You know, if I get something stuck in my head, like I'm definitely right. So no, I need someone like him, someone playful. He's like a Labrador puppy and I'm just like a taskmaster. But yeah, no, we don't really go to bed on an argument. Like we try not to.
We don't have
We don't
too
really
many
argue
big
that
arguments.
much.
Do you think it's good advice for couples not to do that?
I don't know, actually. I'm not going to say what
Perhaps
I don't know.
maybe not to hold on to a grudge. Maybe just accept that this person's
And also,
going
like,
through
when
something.
you enter into an argument, like, do you really need to? Like,
And
we don't-
sometimes you got to realize why you're having the argument, because sometimes you're arguing about the stupidest thing ever.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with the argument. It's because you got no money in the bank. Your kids are being buttholes.
Yeah.
And maybe your wife's being annoying too, but maybe you're crabby yourself. So
Didn't sleep
again,
well, and
you take all the everything out of it and just like try and, I don't know, like be a bit stoic in a way, like just not focus on it. Just try and let it be. And yeah, I don't know, trying to fix everything all the time. I'm definitely that person that just wants to have everything fixed automatically. But I think, yeah, you can't control what other people are thinking.
So what's something that you would recommend to couples that they should consistently do through their marriage to stay connected? What's your top 3 things, would you say?
Sex.
Yep.
Number 1.
Keep intimacy. Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, intimacy, limit screens,
Yeah.
and have some conjoined goals.
Yeah.
Have
that's a
some
big one.
things in business and in personal life that you guys are excited about. You
and
know,
that can be like a holiday. It can be like
building a kitchen,
renovating next renovation.
Yeah, Rory and I often will like do little
I'm a car guy.
Yeah, he loves cars. We
What's
do
that
like
goal
little
to get in your
carnivore
car?
challenges, or we both decide that we've been fatties and we want to like go on a little 12-week thing where we're going to get really strong, or we're
Do
going to
things together.
Yeah, like
that.
Yeah.
or like he often
Aligned
does
goals.
struggle with his sleep, and so together, even though I'm sleeping well at the moment, we will set a little plan for Rory to refocus on his sleep for 12 months, and we do it together. So like little check-ins to like get excited about conjoined plans and conjoined projects together, whether it be professional or personal.
Brilliant. Such amazing advice. Thank you so much again, guys.
No
Well,
problem.
in the next episode, we've also got some really interesting questions coming up, which I'm really looking forward to. But thanks so much for joining me again for this one. Cheers,
Welcome,
Thanks,
guys.
James.
Cheers.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Between the Sheets. Thanks for joining us. If you're enjoying this podcast, give it a like and subscribe so we can keep creating content you'll love. If you have questions or want to start your treatment for sexual dysfunctions, reach out to Men's Health Clinic. We offer free online consultation and provide custom treatments. Take care, everyone, and keep the conversation going between the sheets.